Do you know that bitterness is a sickness that if it stays too long within you, your physical well being might be affected? They say that your emotional well being affects your physical well being. We all want to be healthy. Of course, who doesn't want, right? There are quite many reasons why people are bitter to one another. It's either you're angry to someone because you're not chosen, you're disappointed because they get what you think you deserve. It might be someone who is more blessed than you and you think it should have been you because you're a better person than them. Or someone looks better than you, smarter than you, prettier than you, and so much more. Even within the family bloodline, it exists, sometimes worse. Now, how do we heal ourselves every time we feel it? I'm sharing to you my own experience. Growing up, I wasn't taught of all these things because my parents didn't have the wisdom about it. They didn't go to high school and they only learned what they saw and heard of from their parents too. And I can't blame them on that, but I'm just grateful that over time, I eventually cultivated the right mindset and attitude of a good Christian. Because the truth is, we are being molded by the environment we grow up, and we become what we see and hear. So back then, when a setback hit a neighbor or someone they know that they think was more blessed than them, or they think that person is arrogant, I can hear them saying, "It's good for them that bad thing happens to them. They deserve it." When I heard it over and over again, I didn't know that I became more and more like them too. I slowly manifested it starting in my early childhood, and it took deep root within me. Little did I know, it had eaten me up slowly for so long until it consumed me. How do I know that? We all know that good and evil coexist in this world. In as much as possible, the evil wants to devour every single cell of our being until we are fully consumed and eventually give up. But God loves us so much to let us soak within it for so long and drown in sin. A few years back, I have come to have a deeper relationship with Jesus and began to know Him more and more. Always been my prayer to become more and more like Him every day. When I read a passage in the Bible, it's very clear that bitterness is one aspect to commit sin, so I began to evaluate myself and slowly trashing away the garbage that I have emotionally, and one of it was bitterness. One day, I was very grateful because I felt I have emptied all the negative inside me. I can feel I was cleansed, and it's only possible with the help of Jesus. Occasionally, I visit my social media account to check a page, and I don't normally look at the wall, but that time just happened that I saw the top post, the first post that will show up, and I saw my classmate before posted a gratitude post of her achievements. I looked at it every detail and I noticed that I felt something different. There was an easiness. I want to get angry for the person that didn't do harm on me, which is very unfair. You know that feeling? And I realized I was bitter. And why is that? Because I was thinking it should have been me, but I just didn't pursue my passion. Minutes later, I came to question myself why I was feeling that way. That was bitterness. You know what? The moment I realized that, I was so ashamed of myself because I thought I'm already a good Christian long time ago. I thought I was healed when I felt I was cleansed, but the reality is, it was just the beginning of everything. I still have a long way to go. Whatever that has taken a deep root within me cannot be uprooted in just an instant. It's a gradual process. But one thing I'm grateful is I was able to realize that I was about to give in to sin and I stopped it. I kept the wound from opening again so it won't bleed because it's still swollen inside. The outside appearance may look like healed, but we have to be very careful because in just one strike, it can bleed again. I prayed to God right away and asked forgiveness, and with His grace, the bitterness was gone. I felt better right after. Rick Warren said that our life here on earth is a test. So how do we know if we're fully changed? We are being tested. And I thought that I have passed that test long time ago, but I realized I'm still a work in progress. Can't we just be happy for someone's achievements or fulfillments? Yes, we can. And living a happy life is so fulfilling. We can do more things we're called to do and be able to fulfill our purpose why we exist in this world. Who doesn't want to live longer? If we're happy, then it contributes to the health of our inner being. So, every time you feel it, just rebuke it. Refuse to give in. Always believe that whatever others have or achieved or fulfilled, you can also do it. You can also have it. Maybe not exactly the same way, but we all are destined for something greater. God has good plans for all of us, and it will happen in His own timetable. I hope I'm of a little help for you today, and see you next time.